My favorite Pokemon anime character is Serena, obviously. To me, she's the most well-written character in the entire series. I really love how she started her journey because of how much she admired Ash, but by the end she was able to forge her own path separate from him. Not only that, I just love how she was something a bit different from the two female companions that preceded her. Instead of leaving town knowing exactly what she wanted for her future, we see her conflicted and struggling with actually figuring out what she wants to do with her life. I was looking into going to college when I first watched the XY series, and I was also struggling to find my goal in life. So when I saw a character in the Pokemon anime having the same struggles as I did, it really resonated with me. There's also the whole Ash and Serena romance, which I know is kinda cringe, but even though it originally was a huge part of how much I loved her as a character, it's barely even a fraction of what makes her so amazing to me. Take away the shipping and you still have a great character. So yeah, Serena is my answer.
Okay, if I'm being honest, my favorite character is probably Ash. I know, I'm so original, but if I had to choose another character, it would probably have to be Koharu, or Chloe, whatever you want to call her. While Pokemon Journeys is really all about Ash and Go's lives, I like how Koharu often sneaks her way into the story. Her character is an interesting concept, being someone with little interest in Pokemon, despite her father being a professor. Every episode Koharu stars in tends to be really wholesome, more so about growing up than the usual Pokemon adventures, which is a change of pace I really enjoy.
I think other than Ash, my favorite character is honestly probably Mallow. I love how positive and contagiously enthusiastic she is about everything, and the episode with her mom was the most recent episode of Pokemon to make me cry. That one hit really hard, and then the Shaman appearing at the end is woo! It was really, really amazing. I guess I just like positive people, hence why I like Mallow. But also shoutouts to the legend himself, Brock, May, the entire XY gang, and the Aether siblings. I also like Sonia, for reasons.
My favourite character is Ash, but other than him, it's Dawn. She's an incredibly relatable character as she finds out that working towards her dream isn't easy. It's a tough journey for her, but she builds her confidence up again after it's shattered, and she becomes the very best she can be. It's very inspiring. The fact that she's so much like Ash too really makes them feel like the best of friends.
My favourite character from the Pokemon anime is obviously Tracy Sketchit. But you know, since he's already loved worldwide, I'm not going to talk about him. In all seriousness though, there are so many great characters in Pokemon, and I'll avoid talking about Ash and Brock, which would probably be my two favourites. Instead, I want to talk about Gary Oak, who's a very special character for me, being Ash's first ever rival, someone who always mocked Ash and pushed him to his limits. Despite him not being in many episodes, you always felt his presence in Ash's thoughts and feelings. Ash constantly felt like he was falling behind Gary, and he always aspired to catch him and one day surpass him. Gary was just such a cool guy, growing and learning from his early mistakes. He was very arrogant in Kanto and got knocked out in the 4th round of the league, and then he grew to respect Ash and the others around him a lot more, and become a great trainer and a great friend. I really hope Gary returns in the anime one day.
So my favorite character in Pokemon in the anime series is Lana, and the reason I like Lana is just because she's just a fun character. Like, I enjoyed her funny little jokes, and I like how she got serious on some occasions, and overall to me, she just feels like a well-written character in a series I did enjoy. And if anything, I give praise to Sun and Moon for doing a good job for Lana's character. She fought a Kyogre, guys. She fought a Kyogre. Not only that, she got a Primarina and Eevee. I can give crap to Sun and Moon, but I'm not gonna give crap when they did Lana right. So that's one thing that Sun and Moon did great.
My favorite anime character is Lana. Lana in Sun and Moon has this fantastic characterization of being funny yet serious when she needs to. She can do awesome things like be a ninja or fish a Kyogre, yet she also makes jokes in times where you really need them. And in a way, I think her characterization is done so well because her gags are done very sporadically, so when they do happen, you like it because you haven't seen them in a while, and I think it really makes that character work.
I think my favorite character or characters from the Pokemon anime, if I'm allowed to have to, would be Brock and James, because they just injected so much charm into the first few series, and honestly, they were just really funny in their own unique ways, and I really always enjoyed those two. Especially their portrayals done by Eric Stewart in the English dub. He was absolutely hilarious.
One of my favorite characters in the whole Pokemon anime is definitely Conway from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Some people really think he's creepy, but I always laughed when he appeared out of nowhere with his random facts about Pokemon. I also loved his battle with Ash in the Sinnoh League. I had never heard of Trick Room before when I first watched the battle, and I was amazed when he started sweeping all of Ash's Pokemon. It was really cool.
My favorite Pokemon anime character, while obviously excluding Ash, definitely has to be Brock. He's the OG, he's the legend, he's the guy who can never get any girls. I just love his personality. I like his relationship with every character he interacts with. I think he's just awesome. He's a great cook. I like food. That could be something. I like where his arc ended. I like where his arc began. I like how he keeps coming back, and he's just a really awesome character that I really can't get enough of. Brock is definitely by far my favorite Pokemon anime character, while obviously excluding Ash, because Ash is always going to be my favorite.
I'm gonna have to give it to two characters. Those go to Brock and Misty. Brock may have that thirst for women most of the episodes, but he has shown how valuable of a companion he is. He loves Pokemon so much. He knows just what to feed them and how to take care of them. Now, as for Misty, Misty is the OG Pokegirl, and while she may be short-tempered with Ash, she obviously cares a lot for him and has also showed that type of jealousy whenever she sees any other girl flirt with Ash, so she might in fact have a crush on Ash without being upfront about it.
I'm probably gonna go with Ash just because, I mean, he's the main character. He's always been the guy who I grew up with watching, winning battles, traveling the world, and just inspiring me to never give up. And that's always been something that I looked up to for Ash. He's been the character that I always looked to whenever I felt down, and always reminded me to get back up, always get to it, because, you know, just like he says, it's not over until it's over. And that's pushed me to go to where I want to go when it comes to what I want to do in life.
Honestly, I gotta say that my favorite anime character has got to be Drew from the Hoenn arc. A lot of people don't remember Drew and the shipping that he had with May. The dude's got a lot of character development. He has the most adorable Roselia. Dude's a great trainer, has a lot of spunk, gives May proper determination, while also still acting tsundere. I love Drew a lot, and a lot of people don't remember who he is. But I mean, if you remember Drew and you remember contest shipping, then you're a good person in my book.
Honestly, I think it would have to be Cilan. The reason why I like Cilan is because his expertise on like trains, you know, subway cars, and all this other shit that they kind of memed him with in like the in Best Wishes is pretty fucking funny. But other than those moments, I do enjoy Cilan as a character because he, as a connoisseur, was obviously something at the time that the Pokemon anime never really explored, because it was like I guess a Unova thing. But just not because of the fact that he was a connoisseur, and just because like the way that they did his gags were pretty funny. But the reason I also liked him, his battle motto and the way that he strategizes during the battle is very good, which I think, if you notice, Ash kind of mimics that in his own way. So those are the reasons why Cilan's my favorite Pokemon anime character.
My favorite Pokemon anime character, if it weren't already quite obvious, is Brock. Brock was originally my favorite when I first started watching the series about 11 years ago. Of course, he has his goofy moments when it comes to flirting with girls, but he's also the voice of reason in every single companion group. And it's just so admirable to me how he has been able to take care of so many people in Pokemon, whether it's taking care of his family and his siblings, or taking care of any injured Pokemon whenever he gets the chance. So yeah, Brock is my favorite, and it's been amazing getting to see him realize his dream of becoming a Pokemon doctor. I think he's going to be a fantastic Pokemon doctor someday, and it's also been very fun seeing him return in the Sun and Moon series, and I hope we get to see him again.
So I ended up picking Cilan and May. Cilan's a gym leader and a traveling companion to Ash, much like other gym leaders that have traveled with Ash before. But the thing that makes Cilan different is that he has a lot of personalities that break the mold of the other gym leaders. Most of them are usually one-note jokes, but he's a lot of different personalities and jokes wrapped into one, and he remains consistent as a gym leader. He's really powerful, and he even takes on rivals and other trainers that would otherwise give other traveling companions a hard time. He's still a gym leader, and the series does a really good job treating him like one. The other being May. May's come-up story is great. She started off as someone who didn't even like Pokemon at first, and then evolved into a coordinator that is really noticeable in both Hoenn and Kanto due to her coordinating skill. While a bit random using moves like Metronome and Assist with Skitty and Munchlax, she does a really good job of showing off her personality on and off the stage of coordinations.
I know many people's favorite character will be Ash, but I'm gonna change it up a bit and say Dawn. I know this may sound a little biased because my first series was Diamond and Pearl, but I just really loved how her story went. where she kind of started off similar to Ash, where actually her whole character arc is similar to Ash, even with her losing in the end. But I don't know, I just felt her impact when she lost for the first time. You could really see like how her character took it, and I really do love how Ash was there to help Dawn throughout the series, and even Dawn going back to help Ash, teaching Ash counter shields, which played a big role in his league. Like, Dawn and Ash played perfectly together, and her appearance in Black and White was amazing.
Besides Ash, my next favorite would have to be Kiawe. He is one of my favorite characters in the entire Pokemon anime as a whole, simply for the fact that he was great for Ash's development. Not only was he a passionate battler with some sick Pokemon, like he is the only trainer that I think could make a Turtonator look so freaking cool, but he's also just a great person to help Ash grow, teach Ash things, not only just do it for him. And I think that was really cool to see the episode where, you know, Ash and him go back to the farm and he's like, hey, I'm gonna teach you how to do all these things instead of just do them for you. Again, he's a very passionate character, and I love his character design. Like, his character design is fantastic with kind of like the black and red fiery hair. It looks super awesome. So I'm really gonna say Kiawe is like one of my favorite characters.
So I have a lot of favorite Pokemon anime characters, but one of my new favorite characters is actually Go. I feel like Go is such an amazing character. At the start of Journeys, a lot of people were disappointed or iffy about Go due to the fact that the first episode he was shy, not opening up to new things, and sticking to the things he had already knew, which kind of ended badly for him. But over time, Go has learned to overcome this by learning different things, especially from Ash, who's taught him loads, and embracing new things such as locations and people, which both episode 36 and 37 reflect that. But yeah, that's why I love Go, and I can't wait to see more development for him.
For me, it constantly changes, but right now, it's either Dawn or Go. Dawn because she's absolutely amazing, but Go because he represents the type of player who is just a completionist, wants to get a living dex, and yeah, I love seeing him catch a new Pokemon every couple of episodes. It's really refreshing and it's nice to see. As well as that, he's got a likable personality, and I really think he could hold his own series in the future if they wanted to do that with the character.
Dependable Horndog, Brock, supportive, dreamer, Serena, Big Daddy, Steven Stone, hot, Nurse Joy. There are a myriad of great characters in the Pokemon anime, but I'd like to tip my hat to one character who has just recently entered the main series, Chairman Rose. I usually find the more ambiguous characters in an anime to be the most interesting, and while Chairman Rose has only appeared once in the main series to date, something that's going to change, he played a pivotal role in the Sword and Shield video games as well as the Twilight Wings anime series, which just concluded quite recently in August. Leaders holding up the world on their shoulders are under immense pressure to make decisions in the best interests of the people, and Chairman Rose embodies this kind of struggle, which makes him a very interesting character.
So my favorite character would have to be Ash Ketchum. I know it's an obvious choice, but like, how could I not like him? He's been the main character for over 20 years now, so of course I'm gonna be attached to him. But you know, to kind of go outside of the mold and pick someone different, I guess my next favorite character would have to be Paul, and it's because of how he affects Ash. He's literally the perfect jerk rival, the perfect person to go up against Ash, and the perfect person for him to try to prove himself. And I just feel like their story together and their overall rivalry was just done really well in this series.
Besides Ash Ketchum being the OG favourite, Lillie is another Pokemon anime character that holds a special place in my heart. The reason for this is because how much I can relate to her. When I was younger, I used to be very shy and afraid of certain things, but as time went by, I managed to open up and gain confidence. Seeing Lillie develop in Sun and Moon reminded me of my younger self during my time at secondary school. It was just so relatable, and quite heartwarming as well, seeing the final result be so positive.
Who is my favourite Pokemon anime character? Well, there's a hint right there in the back. Oh, almost there. But how does this camera work? It's Lillie, okay? It's Lillie. So the reason why Lillie is my favourite Pokemon character is because I ended up relating a lot to her. Because she ended up suffering trauma in the past, and we've never seen a Pokemon character ever suffer trauma before, so I ended up relating a lot to Lillie in that sense. And just to see her develop away from that, being able to touch every single Pokemon again, it was such a beautiful moment. And those episodes, in fact, are still some of my favourite episodes to this day,
because of just how magical they are. A great way to celebrate 1,000 episodes of the anime as well. Not only do I love her because of her backstory, but she's got a really cute personality, and even in other ways she developed within the series, such as being able to use her own Z move now, basically become a Pokemon trainer when she wasn't at the start of the series. It was just all so extraordinary. So that is why Lillie is my favorite Pokemon anime character.
Thank you for watching this video, everyone. Make sure to check out everybody's channels because these guys are awesome. There will be links in the description. Be on the lookout for future parts to the series where we will answer questions like what's our favorite series and what's our favorite theme song. Also, check the pinned comment for a quick explanation on why I made this series. Goodbye!
Who's editing this? Zora? Serena. It's